when the music stops. Right here on Radar Radio. He made me say it twice. This is when the music stops. Stop.
Yes. Welcome back to Rated R Radio. I'm your host, DJ Rated R.
With Ken Phise.
Up in the house. And my rap heads, we have some rap beef going on in the rap community, if you want to call it beef. But
what's beef?
I'm familiar with somebody throwing a shot from this camp, the other camp throwing a shot back. Maybe it's subliminals, maybe it's direct, but either way it go, those two artists end up squaring off on some tracks going back and forth with each other. You know, it happened with LL Cool J and Cannabis. It happened with Pac and Big. It happened with Jay-Z and Nas. It happened with, Rick Ross and 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? So it's been happening throughout history. That's how my view of rap beef has always been. So you bring it 2016. Like I mentioned before, personally, I thought the rap beefs were done. I thought we were on rap memes where you got dissed by memes and things like that. But right. It seems like we have a guy from a slaughterhouse group by the name of Joe Budden. He's trying to bring this back to the lyrical circle.
Going back to the essence.
Yeah, he's trying to take this back to the essence. So my man Joe Budden came out with a diss last week called Making a Murderer or something of that nature. And he was going at Drake.
Okay.
Now,
did he make it known he was going at Drake?
He was very apparent that he was going at Drake. I mean, he said something.
I can respect that.
He said some line saying, I kill a gram, and, double entendre for kill a gram, Aubrey Graham, which was very, very clever. I mean, it was shooting clever bars, man. I mean, no doubt. Joe Budden is definitely one of the best lyricists to do it. So he was shooting bars at my man Drake. And I follow Joe Budden, off the microphone, and he has a podcast. So I remember listening to his podcast before he did this diss, and he was trying to analyze 4 p.m. in Calabasas.
Oh, okay.
And Calabasas. Yeah, he was alluding to the fact that Drake had made some slick subliminal comments about him.
Some sneak disses to him.
And I think what really made Joey mad was, him and Drake. I guess Drake messed with Tahiri. And after Joe Budden did, so he made reference to messing with Tahiri. So Joe Budden say, I didn't hear no reference to it. But he claimed that there was some references made to that. So
who knows?
Joe Budden, he spent one whole podcast trying to break down why he felt justified for going at Drake. And he said that he was ready for him. He said he already got something on deck waiting for him. And still, I was sitting like, I was a little dumbfounded because I listened to the 4 p.m. in Calabasas, and I didn't understand, what the issue was. So I'm like, man, Joey, you a seasoned vet, man. You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that. And sure enough, last week Joey did it. He released one mix, and I guess because he didn't get the response that he wanted from Drake, he released another one called Wake.
Released another one back to back.
He did them back to back. Now, this is my take on this real quick, and I'm going to drop the mic and I'm done. This is my take on this. Now, I respect Joe Budden to the fullest. He's one of my all-time favorite lyricists because, he brings pain and he brings lyricism and he brings storytelling, all that to life in his rhymes. However, in this situation, bro, I believe Joe Budden is playing himself. And I'm going to give you a quick little illustration of what this looks like to me. This looks like Drake, your boy Drizzy Drake, is on his way to the bank. Drake is walking happily to the bank. He's getting to the money, in other words, getting to the money. While he's getting to the money, you got Meek Mills running behind him, throwing rocks at him. He threw rocks at him. He threw a couple of rocks at him. And I think Drake kind of felt a little stung by a few of the rocks he threw because he was like, man, we was cool. If you felt this way about me, when you was asking for a verse on my album, you should have let me know that. Maybe I would have not rocked with you.
Could have did business different.
Yeah, but I thought we was cool. I do a verse, shoot you a verse or whatnot, and then this the thanks I get. So, you know what? I'm gonna send you some warning shots. Drake turned around when those rocks hit him. He turned around and was like, "No, I'm not. I'm about to fire back at this dude. I'm not about to let him do this to me or whatnot." And so he hit him a couple of times with a few boulders, and Meek Mill backed off for a little bit. So Drake kept walking to the bank.
Give me 50 feet.
Here come Joe Budden. Here come Joe Budden creeping up from behind. And the reason why I say creeping up from behind is because all of these dudes is throwing whatever shot at Drake while he's not looking. You know, Drake said nothing to either one of these dudes to provoke this type of response that he's been getting from them.
Okay.
He's just, again, his back is towards them. He's walking. Joe Budden coming up behind him. He's throwing rocks as well, but he's pushing him. He's pushing Drake in the back real hard. He's pushing him in the back real hard. Drake steady walking. So he was like, "Oh, you don't feel that?" So with this last diss, he pushed him and clipped him. He's trying to make him fall. But from the looks of it, it looks like Drake is allergic to gravity, and so he's not falling to the ground. None of these pushes, hits, or anything like that is putting a dent in his stride to the bank. And I think by him taking that higher, I think what's about to happen is he's going to keep walking. Now, what I would like to see is him turn around and throw a few punches back at Joe. I would like to see it. I think he is going to definitely make some subliminal. He going to say something. It's not in Drake's character to not say something about somebody that's throwing something at him. However, for him not to acknowledge Joey, he'll be the winner in this. Because to me, dog, people are sitting on edge waiting for Drake to say something to come. Because, you know, people are already waiting to clown Joe Budden anyway. I mean, they respect him. They like him as a lyricist. But overall, I think the overall thing is, why are you even dissing Drake? So if Drake was to come out with something halfway decent where he going at Joey, I think that could be...
Because I need to shine. I need a little bit of that light.
Yeah, he needs some of that light, man. So that's my take on it, dog. I hope Drake take the high road and keep going. Don't pay no attention to these pushes, man.
I mean, in tradition, that's what rappers do. I mean, if so-and-so is on top, you know, in the eyes of, you know, the public, and you feel like, man, I'm better than them, you know what I'm saying? So you take some shots. Whether it's warranted shots, you know what I'm saying, or whether it's just like, nah, I'm just taking shots surely so this person can respond to me. And, you know, we can get it, you know, we can go around in this circle, you know, so I can get some of that light too. And I can expose that I'm the better lyricist or I'm the better rapper, whatever the case is. So I think that's what's going on. I mean, I saw the podcast when Joe was breaking down the lyrics. I don't know enough about what Joe and Drake's relationship is,
right.
what coincidences they've had or what run-ins they've had, whether it's just, you know, with the same chick or whatever the case is. I don't know enough about it to hear the song on its own and say, oh, that's about Joe. You know, so I can't really say that. But he broke it down as, you know, of course he would know his life better than I would.
Right.
And said this was about him. So maybe it is about him. Who knows?
Who knows?
And he like, I'm going at him. I can respect the fact that he like, I gave direct shots to him. So it's no questioning on who I am talking to. I can respect that. That's kind of some old school stuff right there. You know, what I grew up on. Like, hey, I'm talking to you. Don't look around. I'm not talking to your boy next to you or your boy behind you. I'm talking to you. You know what I'm saying? And then also on that, what's that? The second one, the Wake. I mean, he hit him with some shots right there. Like you say, he pushed him and he clipped him on that one because it was some things that I can clearly see. Like, this is factual. I clearly seen that myself. I noticed that myself. I mean, the Gucci Man line was something that I thought myself. I'm like, dang, man, I don't even see Drake and Gucci Man, you know what I'm saying, really doing anything together. But, you know, Gucci Man home 4 minutes and Drake was at the door before he can put his jail bag down. You know, he's still in his jail sweats. You know what I'm saying? And Drake at the door like, hey, what up, homie? Oh, I'll wait for you in the back by the pool. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even want to do I don't even want to do a verse. Let me just do a chorus for you, Gucci. Let me be on the chorus.
Let me just get in. I know you about to lay some tracks down. Let me just, you know, I want to welcome you home.
Yeah.
But so, you know, I mean, I definitely I felt like, oh, some of that stuff was factual. At least in my eye, it was factual from that the Wake and even some of the stuff from Making of the Murderer. So it was like, shoot. So you like, man, you gotta respond to that, but at the same time, it's like, you know, Drake got nothing to win from responding, so he probably shouldn't respond. That's understandable, but at the same time, you gotta respect what Joe is saying to be like, hey, you know, let me question what's going on here. But in this current day and age, nobody cares about what is factual. They just care about, you know, popularity.
If I can interject right there.
Yeah.
Yo, people stop caring about facts when they let Ricky Ross slide.
Woo! Ooh,
People
that's a
stop-
great point.
Yeah. People
When Ricky slid in, he like, man, I wasn't no CO. Like, man, that's your social security number right there, cuz. That's you.
Yeah.
You had somebody fresh out the joint to say, yeah, Ricky was my CO. Yeah, he was cool. You had people vouching that you was a CO. Like, bruh, when they let that slide, that's when the game, you exactly right. That's when the game changed.
Yep, that's when the game changed.
That's exactly right.
When they let Ricky Ross slide. So after that, that's when I knew we went from the WWF to the WWE. That's what hip hop has become, the WWE.
Let me downgrade you.
And so, yeah, downgraded, man, downgraded. Anybody can come in, become a character. They can pick their character and roll with it.
Get your outfit, you know what I'm saying?
Can't nobody challenge you. So the thing, you know what? This is the thing that's messed up. You just said it. You said it earlier. If this was years ago, about 10 years ago, yeah, Drake being clown, being exposed, it would have been great for the masses. It would have been great for battling. Because I think Nas did that in Ether. I think Jay-Z went at Nas from a emotional standpoint. Nas went at Jay from a factual standpoint. He spit. I'm not saying everything was factual. It's just the fact that he just came with knowledge. Like, hey, man, you whiskers like a rat compared to beans you whack, and you like Foxy Brown and all that. Like, he was coming with facts. Like, whoa, versus being emotional.
Things you felt like, oh, okay, that's real.
Yeah.
It's not just like, oh, I dreamt this up and made it sound good in a line.
And the stuff you knew about.
Okay,
yeah,
this could be real.
It could be real. So the thing that's the difference. Like with those beefs, man, they came from an angle that you knew both. You were familiar with both artists when they beefed with each other or whatever, and you was more anxious to hear it. In this situation, to me, dog, what Joe Buttons did, any lyrical rapper could have done at any time. I'm pretty sure any rapper in the game has dirt on Drake. A lot, rappers around circles know other rappers' business.
Right.
So
before you got on, you was pushing papers or bringing coffee for somebody. Before you made your way, somebody got a story.
Yeah, they got stories on you. So I mean, Meek Mill's tried to do it. Any other rapper could have exposed Drake more or whatnot and put him out there. But
I don't know if they've been as witty as Joe though. Joe put them lines together.
Joe was very, very.
He was
very
like making a macaroni necklace. He was putting them things together like, oh, this is fine art.
Yeah, it was. he was lyrically assaulting my man Drake, man, big time. But again, it's like you got to ask yourself two questions: who cares? Which is nobody. Who cares? And will Drake respond in this situation? And I don't think he is, because it don't shine the light on somebody who is irrelevant to him and irrelevant to the rap world. It won't benefit nobody nothing. And again, no one knows why they're beefing. It's this imaginary drama. So yeah, again, I give Joe Budden an A for his effort and what he did. His bars were impeccable. I mean, his double entendres was great. But again, his reasoning for doing it and just the relevancy behind all of this is whack. Cause like I say, anybody could have came out and dissed Drake. Anybody could have did it, but they kept quiet. They let them ride. Cause they in the WWE. They don't want to blow no other character's real identity. You know what I'm saying? And so they let Drake ride with whatever. And I mean, I commend Joe for what he's trying to do, but my thing is, man, he's fighting a losing battle. I don't think he should continue. I don't think he should continue with this one.
I don't know if he should continue, but I like listening to it.
Yeah, it's interesting upon the ear. It's interesting, but
I want to see what he got for Meek. It sounded like he was gonna introduce Meek if he's
get him, Joey.
If he got them Twitter fingers working too many more times, it sounded like he's gonna hit that way.
Go at Meek Mills, but man, I just wish Joey would have been able to do this back in his prime, man. I mean, I'm saying this as a fan, and my feelings is just a little hurt that he took this route to diss Drake, man, because it's so irrelevant, and that's my take on it. Other than that, I think props, and I hope he gets some celebrity from this. I hope his podcast get more hits and more views to hear what he got to say. But no more disses, man. Until Drake say something back to you, stop trying to bully him. Stop trying to push him to get your attention, to get his attention, because it's a wrap.
Yeah. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap, man.
It's good songs though. I would check them out. I mean, you ain't,
Oh, yeah,
you ain't
y'all
gonna
check
play
them
them
out.
over and over, but it's some good bars up in there.
Yeah, and you know,
Bars.
and you know what was so crazy?
Bars.
What's so crazy? He won't be Grammy nominated for these back to back disses that he did. But yeah, they were definitely award winning bars that he put down in your man Drake, man. So only person that could take Drake down is Drake.
And you know what? That brings another thought into question. It's like when you hear all these things going on, it's like, you know, Drake, you know, it appears like he still got relationships or good relationships with some of these other you know, rappers and stuff that you like, oh, okay, so and so solid. You're like, man, why y'all cool with Drake? I like Drake. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But you know, in a whole, like if you felt like, oh, they probably don't really review him as like a rapper. Like I said previously, like, man, Drake is more, you know, a singing rapper. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He going more to that melodic turn frame, so they probably don't view him as the rapper.
And when you say they, who are you referring to? Like other rap peers?
I mean, just other rap peers that's
Okay.
like cool with him, and like they may know some of this stuff. Is like, man, you know what? You are on that bull, or you are doing some faulty things, or are like listening to Joe's mixtapes and like, you know what? That's true. You know what? Now that I think about it, that is kind of whack, or that's not cool or whatever. But you know, who knows?
Let Joey be the one to say it. It's crazy. But, yo, that's what goes down, man. Right here when the music stops, man. We celebrating all beefs. We talking about it. We discussing it. So, again, let us know what y'all think about this. Hit us up at ratedrradio219@gmail.com. Make sure you hit Rated R Ken Phise Facebook page. Check us out. Let us know what you think about the show, about the beefs, about whatever it may be. And, yeah, that's what we're doing right here.
What's beef? Beef. 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 Beef.